Anytime there's a report published following an investigation into maternity care, my heart breaks for people who are affected by the tragedies. And then I think, in common with a lot of people, I get really angry that things hadn't been put in place to prevent these things from happening already. I'd like to invite us to take that energy and to take that fire and to direct it towards the people who can make the most change for improvements in maternity care. There are always things specific to individual reports, but one common theme that runs through them all is issues around staffing. And I think one thing that makes it difficult to talk about is that I think there are a lot of misunderstandings about what happens in maternity care and what midwives particularly do in their daily basis. I am a midwife, and the largest part of my clinical career has been spent on the postnatal ward. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. But I think what I'm about to do should probably be done for every area of maternity care. It wouldn't be uncommon on a shift for me individually as a midwife to be responsible for 10 mums and 10 babies. That's 20 people. And on a 12.5-hour shift, once you take away time at the beginning and the end of the shift for handover, and once you take away time for me to have a lunch break, and I've got to be really honest with you here, if I don't have a chance to sit down and eat properly, I'm not functioning very well by the end of my shift. Then that works out to 10.5 hours that I can spend providing direct care for the people that I'm responsible for. That works out to 31.5 minutes per person if I've got 10 mums and 10 babies. This is a list of things that I need to make sure happen for all of the mums in my care. This is a list of things that I need to make sure happen for all the babies in my care. For anybody that's going home, there are things that they need to know about, things that we need to have put in place for them. Here's a list of those. There are things that happen on a very regular basis that we just have to deal with kind of as and when they occur. And of course, we have to be ready to deal with all sorts of different types of emergencies, not only medical emergencies, but also building issues or security issues, dealing with aggressive behavior, all that kind of thing. And of course, everything that on this list needs to be documented. I'd like to invite you to think about, at the end of my shift, how likely is it that people are going to be extremely satisfied with what's gone on that day, either the people accessing maternity care or people providing maternity care? How likely is it that something might get missed or not done to as high standard as what we might hope it to be done? Are people feeling really cared for at the end of that? I'm going to leave you with your own answers to those questions, and I'm also going to leave you with a few email addresses in the text that accompanies this video, including the email address for the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care, because everybody in this situation deserves better.